Day two of the Holiday Hoop Fest here in Bartlett, Tennessee. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Diamond Dave McCulley, along with, actually, good morning. I'm Diamond Dave, along with Stan the Man Gerard. Jay Cashin's our producer and director. Daniel will be working the camera today. That's our very talented Daniel Cashin. Good to have both the Cashin guys with us. The gals stayed back home today, by the way. All the shopping done yesterday, and Jay is checking his checkbook and his credit card as we speak. But we get ready for this one today. It's the girls today, the gals and the guys. Yesterday was a big win for the guys. What an impressive statement win. Beth Culpepper sent us a message late in the game yesterday in the broadcast and said that's a statement win, and she was certainly right on target. A 39-point win yesterday for the Lions over a undefeated AAA Dyer County team. They'll play Sacred Heart here later today, I believe. But no, they'll play, we'll sort out who they play later. But Dyer County will be back here today later as well. They'll follow our game here today. But we have the gals game looking for their first win. And even Steven today, I think they've got a good chance to win it, Stan. They'll take on Craigmont, who's undefeated, or excuse me, winless as well at 0-9. And let's hope the Lady Lions, they moved up a couple people. You'll talk about that in just a couple of minutes. But we have the gals game first, and then followed this afternoon. You and I will have a little respite with Daniel and Jay, and we'll come back and hit the food truck probably.
Complimentary food truck with Jay.
Yeah, that's right. And by the way, we'll come back at 2:15 for the guys game as they take on Craigmont. Here this morning as well, the gals taking on the Craigmont Lady Chiefs out of Memphis here. And Stan, your thoughts about the game, and good morning, sir.
Good morning, Diamond Dave. TCA, of course, 0-10 coming to the ball game. The Lady Chiefs are 3-6. They lost on Wednesday to Humboldt 39-25 in the ball game here later in the afternoon after we had left. So I think we have a good game. And for those of you who do not know, TCA has went out and spent some money and called up a couple of kids from the 8th grade team. We signed their contracts to the major leagues, and it's going to be Lainey Williams making her debut tonight, along with Mary Grace Cleek coming up from the 8th grade team. And both, I think, are going to have a significant impact. If you haven't seen any of the middle school games, Lainey Williams, a very tough, gritty defender, a very small girl, but a very tough, gritty, in-your-face defender. And Mary Grace Cleek has a complete game and a very good shooter, especially from the wings.
You tell me that Lainey's nickname is the Bulldog.
She is the Bulldog. She plays that dentine type in-your-face defense. If she's guarding you, she's going to know what kind of gum you're chewing.
Well, you know, there is an NIL in the high school ranks as well. You talked about the contracts, but we'll wait and sort that out. We'll talk to Matt Coble about that. Speaking of Matt, across the way with Hot Rod Parker and Frank Clampett, the Brain Trust. And we get ready for this one coming up in about 11 minutes, or make it about 7 minutes.
Are you saying between the three of them there's a brain? Or?
I think there's a Brain Trust. It will be very complimentary. It is the holiday season. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll come back. The countdown to tip-off continues. Great to have you aboard this morning. Elmore Park, the Eagles, and that's the arena that we're playing in here, just in the northwestern part of the city of Memphis. We'll come back, actually, Bartlett. We'll come back and talk about more of these newcomers and talk about the gals looking for their first win today. We'll talk about that and the opponents, Craigmont, when we come back after this 2-minute message on Grace Bras, the Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz, along with TCA, the Facebook page as well. We'll come back right after this. Stay with us.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory. Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not, shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Waterwell Solutions, LLC offers experienced and diversified services throughout the greater Tennessee area. Waterwell Solutions specializes in water well drilling operations. They are experienced in the design, construction, and maintenance of wells from 4 to 16 inches in diameter and depths up to 1,000 feet. Waterwell Solutions has 3 locations in Summerville, Brownsville, and Trenton. For a consultation, give them a call at 731-779-1275.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future. Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Welcome back to Bartlett, Tennessee, alongside Diamond Dave McCauley. I'm Stan Gerard. We're about 5 minutes away from the start of the Memphis Hoop Fest Game 2 for the day. And TCA taking on the girls from Craigmont, the Lady Chiefs. Lady Chiefs a little bit late in arriving. They just actually arrived here literally less than 5 minutes ago. They've already started a countdown clock. TCA is already warming up. And we were just about ready to delay the start of the broadcast, and then they come sauntering in, but they're on the court getting warmed up, and we will be starting the broadcast in the game on time this afternoon, Diamond Dave.
Earlier today, Sacred Heart in a boys' game is a heck of a game, pretty tight the entire game. And Memphis Kirby pulled away at the very end and won 75-68. Sacred Heart, we'll see them later ourselves on the guys' side. No girls' team this year, but certainly 75-68 is an entertaining game that was really in the ballgame. They let them play, I'll say that. It was a lot of rugged play out there.
And you had to have your scorekeeping skills available too.
Well, they really, I kept saying, hey, Stan, they haven't put those points up. They didn't put the points up, and about 2 minutes later, you'd look up and they'd put the points up. So I assumed the 75-68 score was correct.
Well, what worried me yesterday, I was doing the halftime of the thing, and we had our score up. Then they changed it, moved. It dropped about 8 or 10 points each. I go, well, that's not right, and then it just started going back up on its own, and we got the score right. But love the way how the folks here have treated us. The organizer of this Hoop Fest has been a nice gentleman, treated us well, helped us out when we've needed a little.
Been really well run.
Yeah, been a very well run tournament. And Diamond, and I'll remind people, when we left, we kind of made a wrong turn getting out of town, and we made a wrong turn in this neighborhood where they were building a house in a well-established neighborhood. It was probably at least the size of this gym, if not bigger. It was huge.
It's going to be a mansion. I said that's got to be a pro basketball player, football player, someone that's going to, or a rich doctor that's going to live there. Stan, let's talk about the Lady Lions needing that first one of the year. And I feel pretty good about this today. I think we're going to play well, and certainly we need some balance scoring. Play without Jenna Joyce, who's out of town right now, we understand, but certainly they'll miss her. But moving up the 2 newcomers, and then I think that's going to infuse some energy as well. But the energy's been there all year. This team has really given great effort. It's just a matter of shooting the basketball and shooting it well.
We've had a problem, if you've heard me the last few games on the girls' side, been shooting around 25, 27%, over the course of the game. We'll get hot and we'll play pretty well, but we've had in every ball game,
we had scoring droughts.
You have maybe a lull in the first half and a lull in the second half at some point, and then after that, we play fairly even with them. We look at Mallory Arnold down low, looking for a big game from Mallory. The last couple games, she's been dribbling the ball better, getting up and down the court better, and doing a much better job on rebounding. What can you say about Tori Robinson? Miss consistency, drives to the hoop every time she gets the ball. You always feel like when the ball's in Tori's hands, you always feel like we got a chance that we're going to score when the ball's in her hand. That's a good thing.
That's a good point.
Reminds me a lot of Bryn Ligle, in the way she'll take the ball top of the key and is fearless and just driving the key and going for the shot. And if she didn't get the shot, she's going to get the free throws.
I like her aggressive play, no doubt. Well, looking at Craigmont warm-up, Lady Chiefs down to our right, not sure about their ball handling skills, but they've got 3 or 4. Man, they got 3 big gals down there. And obviously the guard play will dictate a lot about them like it does with any team. But, Stan, they've got, I wouldn't say giants, but they've got a couple of big gals down there, don't they?
There's going to be an overall size advantage for.
Which we face probably game in, game out.
Which we face game in and game out. Overall size advantage for Craigmont. But remember, 3-6 on the campaign. Looked up their schedule last night. And no offense to the teams they play, but they have not played anybody anywhere near the caliber of a Gibson County or anything, or a Chester County or a McNairy Central or anybody like that. Our strength of schedule far away superior.
And our guys later today at 2:30, airtime at 2:15 for that one. They are favored in the game against Craigmont, who's 0-9, and boy, what a performance they put on here yesterday.
Did a performance, actually shot better in the second half than they did in the first half. Shot almost 60% for the game, and any coach will tell you if you shoot 58, 59%, chances are you're going to win that ball game.
No doubt about it. Lady Lions bench, they'll be home today. They wear the white uniforms. Craigmont in the burgundy and black down to our left. We work up in the top row here.
You forgot your pad.
I sure did. I thought about that about 2 minutes after I got here. Believe me, when my rear end hit this hard ceramic. Jay is our producer and director today, Jay Cashin. And Daniel's our cameraman. And, of course, Paul Schultz is the executive producer of the BallGame Blitz and Worthy Road Studios on the TCA Facebook page this afternoon. And, Stan, as we've had in the previous games, we'll have no really official introduction, so you've got the lineups there for you.
Well, we're going to try and get a few of them. 4-1. Let's see, turn around.
32
2.
starting.
I don't have a 2.
That's Rooks down at the bottom.
Oh, okay. They're starting a freshman. And 21.
It's going to be 1, 4, 21, 32, and 2.
32. We'll get you those names. We'll get you the TCA lineup. Mallory Arnold starting the ball game. Annie Payne, Hidrogo, Robinson, and Sanders, your stars at TCA.
Yep. No surprise there. Here is the entry pass into the big gal. Left elbow, Wilson, then moves in, up, no good. And the rebound's controlled by Craigmont. They throw one back up, and it hits the bottom of the backboard, and TCA has a chance to draw first blood.
Big
Two wild
girls,
shots.
good size. We may have just found our answer. Some wild shots there.
Yeah. It's a 1-2-2 zone they put up against TCA.
And they're playing on the high side, too, so you might have some backside availabilities underneath.
Annie Payne to Robertson, great pass. Riley Hidrogo missed the layup, though. I say 11 is about a 5-footer. She just threw it up too hard. And TCA retained control as it was touched last by the Chiefs.
That was the same play that the boys ran very successfully. Arnold up and no good.
And they say, what great pass that time by Tori Robertson, but Arnold drew glass, nothing else.
Again, good looks, not getting the shots to fall.
TCA will be in a 2-1-2 zone. Arnold got away with a foul, and Hidrogo comes up with a loose basketball. And now what do we have? Double dribble on Hidrogo. I didn't see that, but they say she double dribbled.
There's your Mary Kay Cosmetics makeup call for missing the foul.
Hot Rod Parker getting an explanation from the official. He nodded in an affirmative way, so I guess he agrees with the call, although he probably didn't want to. And then bounded across the way will be Webster. Webster gets it in out front. That's Rooks with it, the freshman. Rooks guarded tightly by Sanders. TCA pretty active in that zone right now as you watch the game here today on the BallGame Blitz.
Craigmont not looking very comfortable against our pressure, obviously.
And it's walking.
I don't know how it's walking. She lifted her feet up, her toes never moved.
Both hands hit the floor.
Maybe that was what constituted. Of course,
it looked like a walk.
What we thought was a travel yesterday wasn't.
No, that's exactly right. We had a while to try to figure out what was a foul and what wasn't a foul. Here's Sanders with it right below us. Goes inside, ball knocked away. Nice play there by Wilson, who got a hand on it, the big gal. Wilson, the big gal, bringing it up like a guard now. She'll bring it across the timeline. Spin it over little Rooks. Rooks bounce pass. They've got number 11, that's Demesia in the game. And now TCA steals the basketball. Both teams struggling offensively here early. Hidrogo with it. Out to Sanders. Robertson's three to give TCA the lead. Off the rim, no. Payne rebounds. Payne's foul. Proper call. I think they're going to get 32. I think they're going to get Solomon.
And let's see who they ring up here. I believe, Diamond, you are correct.
I think that's right. Yep, and it is. We played a
Eagle
minute.
eye.
Yeah. A minute 50 we played and no score. Could be a low-scoring game the way it started off. Let's see if TCA can get hot. Mallory Arnold down low, can't shoot. Out there, Hidrogo's three, got it.
Hidrogo with a great three from the corner gives TCA their first lead of the game.
That's a good look by Arnold, too.
Yeah.
TCA will meet them near midcourt and back off a little bit. 2-1-2 zone, Arnold in the middle of it. They go in the left corner, but then the ball just lost out of bounds. Turnover on Craigmont. Well, I think we did answer our question, Stan, earlier. They look like they're really uncomfortable, as you said, with the basketball.
Yeah, TCA got really lucky. 32 is wide open on the low block.
Sure
if they
was.
could have spun at that ball, it would have been an easy deuce.
Hydrago will yo-yo it across the timeline. TCA leads 3-0. High post pass Robertson. You'll drive underneath. I wish Torrey had taken that shot. Out to Annie Payne's three. Back rim, no. And they fight for the rebound. It's loose. Robertson comes up with it. Good bounce pass to Arnold or to Sanders. Out to Payne. Payne, right baseline jumper, blocked. Blocked that time by Solomon. And Craigmont has the ball down 3-zip. 5:20 left in the first quarter. Craigmont runs the offense, deep right corner. They look inside. Here's the pass down low to the big gal, and they get a foul on Arnold, I think. They stay on the floor before the shot, though.
Well, that's going to be their game gig into their big gal low because we don't have anybody can muscle up against her at all on the roster. Casey Blankenship from Humboldt checking in. Say hello to John for us, Casey.
All right, here's the pass. Hydrago will steal it at midcourt. Bad pass by Craigmont, and we've got a bumping foul, blocking foul. It's going to be called on number 3. That's going to be on Hines, who's in the game. So, Stan, they've made some substitutions. Or we just missed some numbers, didn't we?
No, Hines. No, it's spelled different, so she's not related to the ketchup magnet.
That's correct. Here's Cleek, her debut as a varsity player. Mary Grace Cleek, the 8th grader, comes in, and Annie Payne goes out. You tell me Cleek's a really good player. Her dad, Ashley, talked to him before the game. Here's Hydrago, another 3. It's there.
Riley Hydrago with her second 3 of the ball game. It's Riley H 6, Craigmont 0.
Yeah, Riley H. Where were they calling her Riley H? Was that
at Bolivar?
Bolivar, yeah. He never did call her by the last name. Here's a bad pass thrown completely over the head. And, boy, Craigmont's really struggling in the 32nd timeout by the coach of Craigmont. We'll take a break with them. It's a 6-0. Riley Hydrago 6. Craigmont nothing. 4:49 in the first. Back up to this on Worthy Road Studios at 30.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Some of the folks watching this afternoon, Sheena Keltner, Tommy Chapman, Frey Garrett, Lindsey Vincent, Casey Blankenship, Lois Haven Franklin, Ralphie's a good boy, and we'll get to some others, including Scotty the Body Davis, after this.
Scotty the Body, I like that. Here's Sanders with it, backing out to Hydrago. Riley's got 2 threes thus far. That's accounted for the only 6 points of the game. 4.5 left. Good bounce pass, Robertson to Maui Arnold, right baseline jumper, blocked. Sanders comes up with it, lost it, and Craigmont has it.
Arnold getting that ball is receiving that ball low. You got in the low post. You got to feed Arnold that ball high.
Yeah, you got to give it to her high so she can catch it and shoot it almost in one motion.
You are correct, sir.
4:10 left here. Now here's Tori Robertson, steals that basketball. Loose, hot potato, loose. Craigmont saves it. Arnold has it. Arnold cross court. Riley. Robertson with it. Left baseline drive. Robertson uses that elbow to clear out a little bit. Out to Sanders. Her three's in the air. Rebound controlled by the big gal. Coming down with it, plucking out of midair is Wilson.
She rebounded that ball with some authority.
She did. Had a little bit of a attitude about her. Not a bad attitude, just an attitude. It's a 6-0 game. 3:40 left in the first. TCA leads. Dangerous pass. Riley had a beat on that. They go underneath this time. Wide open down low. Here's the layup. It's missed. Boy, TCA got a break there. Is missing that shot with Solomon. Now TCA's got it. Hydrago looking up court, dribbling that basketball. Backs off there, did not have the numbers. It's a 1-2-2 zone by Craigmont. Cleek with it. Cleek drives in, cut off, looking for help. Spins it out to Riley Hydrago. I like what Cleek did. She didn't try to force something there. Good bounce pass, Robertson. Great pass down low to Arnold. Blocked again, though. And Arnold comes up with it, though. Mowry fighting for it. Out to Cleek. Sanders. Hydrago. Good pass, Robertson in the paint. Down low, bad pass. Arnold didn't break the way he thought she was, and it's a turnover on TCA. Here's Payne back in the game, and Tori Robertson's going to get the rest.
TCA's been doing a good job passing the ball around. I do like what Craigmont's doing. When we get the ball in the paint, they're doubling down pretty quick on that.
It's a 6-0 game, 2:57. Yeah, they don't look really bad defensively. They blocked 3 shots thus far, Stan. It's just offensive they really struggle. In the corner, now they go underneath. Here's Solomon, hits the bottom of the backboard. Now coming up with it, though, is Craigmont. Good hustle that time by Desmond. And now we have a foul. It's going to be on Sanders, I think, reach in variety.
That is correct. It's going to be her first.
And it will pick it up. It's a 6-0 game. Robertson about to come in the game, and here's that Bulldog about to come in, Laney Williams.
Laney Williams going to make her varsity debut.
Yeah, be all excited about seeing these 8th graders. And Laney's fan club down to my left, loving that. They inbound it here, and here's the ball knocked away, loose. Coming up with it, Craigmont. They go to the big gal. Here's Wilson. Works it out there to Hines. Hines drives in, down low, good pass, and layup is there by Solomon.
It's Craigmont with their first points of the ball game, 6-2 with 2:10 to go in the quarter.
Took them almost 6 minutes, but they're only down by 4. Here's TCA with it, Cleek. Out to Williams. Williams on the floor. Out to Cleek, the 2 8th graders. Hadrago's 3. Oh, I thought she had another one. Came out of there, but Tori Robinson with a good rebound and a proper call as a foul on, this time, Swanigan.
Khalees Swanigan.
Well, the Craigmont gals, if you rode the bus over here today, you're going to play, it looks like. Here's Sanders in the game, and Hadrago goes out. 6-2 your score, minute 35. Cleek, Williams, little Laney on the floor. And the ball knocked away, and it goes off the leg of Wilson that time. TCA retains control. Arnold's going to come back in the game. And going out, Williams. Williams comes up to about her numbers.
But she did a fine job while she was in there. She did a great job switching on defense. Moves quickly, handles the ball well.
Sure did.
As advertised.
She and Cleek both have done a good job. Here's Robertson with it. Out to Annie.
Take it.
Cleek, 3.
Oh.
No. First shot of her varsity career. It almost went in. Sanders comes out with it, though. Anna's 3. No. Rebound. Payne's foul. No call. Robertson has it. Robinson puts it up. No. And it goes out of bounds. Scott Kaler will gather it in, give it to the official. Well, had some good shots at it, Stan. Just wouldn't drop.
And that's been the issue all year long.
Sure has. Coach Coble telling the kids keep their heads up.
Chase Allen Graves, Dexter Williams, Larry Vales, Charlotte Morris, Melissa Elder, Diamond Dave, Judy Cleek.
We appreciate Dexter getting the Craigmont lineups to us. Well, I know that it's a happy day for the Cleeks and the Williams families. Talked to Ashley, Mary Grace's dad, as I said a moment ago.
Grandpa and Kerry Gehring checking in.
His parents go to my brother's church up in Dresden. He went up and heard Brother Don the other night. 6-2, a minute 14. He's been at Dresden First Baptist over 30 years. Jay, I told him no Baptist preacher stays at one church 30 years.
Chicken must be good.
6-2, a minute 8. They love him up there, though. They had the ball thrown away, but touched last by TCA. TCA's defense
been solid.
Pretty solid, yeah, no doubt.
And you had Tori Robinson cutting into the pass lane to knock that ball away.
Cleek goes out, and back in the game will be
it's the original
Sanders.
Starting lineup.
Yep, back in there. So Cleek and Williams giving some valuable minutes to this team early. Good to see those 8th graders get their shot.
Rotate 2 out at a time.
Sure. 6-2, a minute 5 left in the first. TCA by 4. Inbounds pass, driving in and losing it. And
double
she
dribble.
carried it, no doubt about it. Lost the dribble, carried it on her hip, then put it back down.
$1:02 to go. TCA with the lead, looking to expand as we go into quarter end.
Coaching staff over there telling Hines, shoot the ball and quit dribbling so much. Payne with it. Sanders, 45 seconds. Ball knocked away, good defense, but out of bounds with it is Rooks, and TCA retains control, side offensive court.
That gentleman there didn't know it was coming.
He's a Sacred Heart guy. He was cheering on the Knights earlier. They lost, as we said earlier, 75-68 to Memphis Kirby. They go into Robertson in the paint. Right baseline. Arnold had another one partially blocked. Robertson picks it up and puts it up and in.
Tori Robinson with her first bucket of the night.
You know, good players have a knack to be in the right place at the right time, and Tori does just that. You know, I was going to brag on her defensively a moment ago. She's really a we brag on her offensively. Stan, she's a solid defensive player as well.
Let's see, food truck's got nachos. We know that.
8-2. Oh, Jay, he never stops, does he? 8-2. The old nacho cheese. Ball knocked out of bounds. That's by Sanders.
Nacho Mama.
You didn't even know it was here yesterday. I told you this morning coming down here.
I didn't see one yesterday.
It's a blue one. It was down to our left as we went out yesterday. Had a little bit of a line out there. Well, a wide open three, and she just passed it up and then walks. That's a walk on Rooks. That's a freshman mistake there.
Yep. And you have this Craigmont Ball Club, 6 freshmen on their roster. They've got almost as many freshmen as we have players.
Yeah, they sure do. Riley Hidrago, 1 second. Sanders, good if it goes.
Oh.
It's short. Within of 1. Our score, 8-2 TCA. Back after this 1-minute message for the second stanza on Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz.
Save thousands on a new Nissan at Carlock Nissan.
You should already be here.
Special interest rates as low as 0%.
You should already be here.
We have cars, trucks, SUVs, and the all-new electric Nissan Aria.
You should already be here.
We even have no payments for 90 days.
You should already be here.
Save thousands on a new Nissan at Carlock Nissan.
You should, you know what? I'm not going to say it.
Carlock Nissan of Jackson.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should be more than just a place to store your money. Our Foundation Benefits with High Interest checking account pays you interest, but also includes identity theft monitoring, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Start a financial conversation with us today by visiting our website, foundationbank.org, or call us on the number on your screen. In the meantime, God bless you. Foundation Bank is a division of McKinsey Banking Company, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
For those of you watching this game at home, conversations during timeouts can be somewhat interesting.
They're arable.
With the TCA broadcast team.
They're arable. Nothing bad about them, but it's just probably more interesting than what you think. Hidrago with it. 8-2, especially when it comes to food.
Yeah, and the Craigmont boys basketball team fired up and just got them a turnover because they're cheering.
Yeah, Tori Robertson tried to go inside that time. Ball knocked away. Coming up with it will be, trying to go inside to Tori, actually. Hines with it. More Craigmont passing up open shots. That's going to be over and back. Well, they didn't call it. Now here's a bad pass. And now the big guy, Wilson, just bullies everybody out of the way and goes and gets it, puts it up, missed it. Rebound back up, it's there.
That was
that's 11, isn't it? Demishma, yeah. 8-4 your score. Now TCA throws it away. You cannot throw a pass at the feet of a big guy.
Passes at the feet of anybody are not usually a good thing.
Especially tall gals or tall guys.
You want them chest high or above on any of your passes. Yep. Chest high and eyeball, high up when you got to go across court or down low.
Obviously, Stan, they want to go inside to Wilson now. Lay up there.
Her first points, where's that been? That was a good move, one-handed shot right up.
8-6, 4 unanswered. TCA's 6-point lead down to 2. Hidrago across the timeline. Sanders to Robertson. Torrey, foul, proper call. Take your pick, there's 3 gals there.
One thing that Craigmont does well, when we get that ball inside the arc, they're like a bunch of gnats all over that ball.
Yeah, they're really bad.
They cover it.
They've really been bad. When they're bad, they're bad. Demisha picks up the foul.
And the temperature is warmer today, so they are more proficient.
It is.
Prolific.
Out of the game, working with it, or in the game. Here is pass, bad pass. Wilson picks off the Hidrago pass. Front court, Hidrago to beat. Boy, that's a horrible shot there, but following it, and the layup is up and no good. As that, did you see Solomon just take a hand and shove one of the TCA kids in the back? Frustrated she missed the shot.
Well,
Cleek's back in the game.
The whistle blew. I thought they were going to get Cleek. She had one of those real high dribbles. But they call a little hack foul on there. And
timeout. TCA calls the timeout.
Yep. TCA calls the timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching TCA basketball on the BallGame Blitz.
Hello, folks. This is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
I see we're back here at Bartlett, Tennessee. TCA leading 8-6. More hellos to get in. Haley Carpenter, Bonnie Coble, Taylor Ann Johnson, Laurie Young-Kraft, Randy Coble, Jensen Vincent. I believe Coach Kraft had another hip replaced this week, if I'm not mistaken.
I saw that. Chase Graves, Charlotte Morris, Judy Cleek watching up in Dresden. That's the grandmother of
Roll in Graves. There.
Tori Robertson, 15-footer. Yes.
She's got 4.
And it's a 10-6 game now. It is Madison that Dyer County is playing. I said Sacred Heart earlier. Apologize for that.
Sacred Heart played game 1.
Yep. Ball knocked away. Cleek comes up with a steal. How about that, Judy? And the ball knocked out of bounds. Touched last by, that's her first steal as a varsity player. Touched last by Craigmont. But we've got Pat Bynum, Judy Cleek, we mentioned, Carrie Gehring, Tristan Vales. Saw Tristan here yesterday. Larry Vales, Melanie Wilburn, our lovely buddy. Bonnie we mentioned her. Taylor Ann Johnson. Remember Taylor Ann? She played in one of our, a few years ago. She was one of my student assistants at Lambeth. Ball knocked away. Coming up with it will be Craigmont. It is a 10-6 game, 5.5 left. Big Wilson barrels her way down the lane, threw it away. But coming up with it, left baseline, here's a jumper up. No, Big Wilson. She's a force under there. No. Went over the back of Arnold that time, no call. They come up with it, they being Craigmont. And now we get 3 seconds. Proper call.
Yep, can't be in the lane. Craigmont definitely wants to be physical in the game. And one thing I think we're finding out, Mary Grace is finding out that the speed level at a high school game, it's a whole lot quicker than it is at a middle school game.
And that's natural. It just happens at every level. Even when you go from high school to the NAI, you see it. From the NAI to Division 1 or 2 in the NCAA, you see a gap there too. 5:18. Williams back in the game. Laney with it. Circles the wagons. Goes inside to Tori Robertson. Down to Arnold. Arnold to Laney. It's blocked. Wilson comes up with it, and it goes out of bounds. Touched last by Craigmont.
Well, Laney not afraid to take it amongst the tall timber.
Now, you can tell she's not intimidated at all.
No,
she ain't cleaning out the one
absolutely is not.
They're not intimidated. We may be 8th graders, but we can play. Here's Sanders with it. Tori. Laney. Sanders with it. Sanders dribbles in. Pretty good defense by Craigmont. Williams fakes, ball knocked away, loose, still loose, and Wilson comes up with it.
Have no problem with the Craigmont defense.
No, they've been pretty sound. If I'm Craigmont, I try to post this gal up right now that's got the ball and go it to her every time if I was them. She goes in the paint, wants the ball, they don't give it to her. Now they give it to Wilson on the right baseline. She just wheels and deals her way, and they're going to get walking on Wilson. Ball went in, and the coach not happy over there.
Yep.
But Stan, I think that's the right call.
That was one that yesterday was.
It wasn't a call.
It wasn't a call. Just being honest, Dick staying facts.
Craigmont boys coach, he's pretty vocal down to our right. 10-6, we've been stuck on that for a while. 4:35, it was an 8-2 game at the end of 1. So Craigmont's actually outscored TCA 4-2 in the quarter. Williams with it right below us. Little Laney wearing Jeff Shepard's 15. I like her even more. Here's a shot up by Cleek, no good.
She's tracking good on her shots.
Got a message from Stacy Reed Shepard yesterday, as a matter of fact, Reed's mom, which I was very, very pleased with. 4 minutes plus. Shot in the left wing. That's a shot up by Tiana Sanders. No good, and they stick it back up and in. Stan, who got that?
Wilson.
She's been their offense. She has 4 of their 8 points. The other 2 by Solomon and Desmond.
I do like the way Craigmont, we get the ball in the paint. They are collapsing 2 on the ball every single time. Not bad defense at all. We've got to realize that.
And shoot some threes.
And
or
use
some
our
long
vision
2s, actually.
To see who's open on which wing. Quick pop and get the bucket that way.
I normally don't like long 2s, but right now, if you got a 15-footer, go ahead and take it. 10-8, still a high percentage shot. Now, bad pass. Eduardo threw it away, and a foul on Sanders. Proper call.
Sanders going to pick up her first foul of the game, I believe.
I don't think Riley ever saw the
Second.
defender there. Yeah, it's Sanders' second. That's what on my sheet here. Not a lot of fouls. on either team. That's
and we're the
three on
home
us.
team. How we'll
Number one.
They got
on
the
us.
fouls on the wrong side.
Now we got a foul down low. Someone pushing Wilson, I think.
Clock's still running. Clock's still running.
They've had score table issues in the other game. 75-68 in that game. Stan and I wouldn't put money on it. It was right.
Well, the fouls are on the wrong side of the board.
They sure are. Yeah.
They're on the wrong side of the board.
Payne with it. Payne out to Anna. Sanders on the floor. Arnold's down the block, so when they try to go to her, but they missed her. Annie Payne's three. It's on its way. No, it looked good when he left. Rebound and over the back that time. My goodness. Not trying to home it up, but boy, Solomon just decked a couple people to get that rebound.
Diamond, if you've seen the whole section to your left, all reached up with their hands in the air, giving the over-the-back signal.
They sure were, and they were right there.
In unison.
Within just a few feet of it. Madrago, ball knocked away. And coming up with it, Big Wilson. It's a 10-8 game. You feel like, Sam, we should be leading 8-9 points. Don't you feel like that?
Well, it's the old not hitting the shot routine.
Yep.
Same story, new day.
Sanders out front. Here's a three, a clanker, no. Rebound, though, pulled down there by Craigmont. Now the ball loose, and somehow Sanders comes out of there with that thing. I'm not sure how. Like a scrub down there, and Sanders says, let me have that rock. Madrago across the timeline. Works out to Sanders. Sanders to Payne. Payne over to Madrago. Here's where she hit two earlier. Hit another one.
Riley Madrago with 3 threes. In the contest, she's got 9 points.
She can shoot the rock, no doubt about it. She's feeling it today, 13-8.
Maybe that talk from Mama before worked.
Might have. 5-point game. Out front. Rooks, I'm not going to tell her mother it didn't work. Left of the key.
Yeah, because Papa might get a little mad. He's a big man.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with Papa either. 13-8, down low. Here's a walk. They want to go inside
Jump
to that
ball.
time to Solomon, and it's called a jump ball.
Yep.
Craigmont retains control. 2:03 left in the second stanza. It's a 13-8 TCA lead.
Well, Craigmont with some Craigmont does go a little bit smaller, so that may favor TCA a little bit. Was that number one Wilson, Jayla Wilson with 4 points, been a dominant player for Craigmont in the game.
They have not done a good job getting her the ball.
No.
Solomon to inbound it. Gets it in out here, and it's almost to midcourt. Plucking it out of there will be Hines. Free throw line jumper not close this time by Perrin. And here's Cleat with it. Cleat front court. Did not have the numbers. Holds up to Sanders. Sanders on the floor. Ball knocked away. Looking. Out to Annie Payne. Payne with it. High post pass. Robertson banks it up, and that's a nice entry pass by Sanders. And Torrey delivers the goods.
She's got 6 in the ball game.
So you take the 9 and the 6. Stan, that adds up to 15 points, doesn't it?
Man, don't get me doing math on a holiday.
15-8. He used his toes, didn't he, Jay? Down low, here's a shot. Not even close. Heron missed it badly from 8 feet, shot at about 6.
I have a hard time using my toes because I actually wore socks today.
Payne the other way, the floater up, missed it. They fight for the rebound. It's loose.
That's
it's
a
loose.
walk.
And we're going to get walk, I think. No, they get a jump ball.
I don't know, usually when you sit down and slide backwards, that's, by definition, that is a walk.
Out of the game, Robertson. In the game will be Cleek, Payne, Sanders, Madrago. They get out on Madrago this time. Not going to give her that 3. Out to Cleek. Good bounce pass, Payne. Riley wide open. That's a great pass. And
Holy
she hit
cow.
another. She has 4 threes.
I saw Riley do this in a middle school game several years ago in Milan, where she went off for about 24 points in the ball game in her debut game.
16-8. She's got the field today. Here's Payne coming up with a loose basketball, and we got a jump ball.
See, now there was a play. Mallory was playing nice defense on the guy from Craigmont. Mallory needed to get down low and get that hand there. She could have knocked that ball away instead of staying her high. Says get down low and push that ball out of there.
We talk about tough players. I really like Annie Payne's aggressive play. She's a really tough cookie, too. I wouldn't mess with Annie. Here's a shot, right baseline, not even close. That was ugly. Sanders comes out of there with it. Madrago wants that basketball. They give it to her. Riley, short jumper, miss it. Rebound, Cleat. Ball knocked away, loose.
Reset.
Sanders with it. Robertson's wide open 3. Rebound, Cleat back up. Yes!
And mark that at the 25-second mark. in your scorebook, Mary Grace Cleek with her first varsity points.
Dad tries to stay calm looking back there. We get a walk in the backcourt. How about that shot? The follow by Mary Grace Cleek. Got to feel great for the freshman there. We got to get Laney in there later, too, and get her a score.
We'll make a special circle notation of that.
Absolutely.
She might want the score sheet
Yeah,
for
you
that.
never know. That's exactly right.
I try and give the score sheets, when something special happens, give the score sheet to the kid.
You autograph those?
Actually, I do.
I'll autograph it with you if you would give me that pleasure. I'll autograph it.
You want me to get our autograph pin?
Yeah, you get our autograph pin. Here is down low, Sanders. Good pass to Drago. Or make it Tori Robertson up. No, and the clock's going to expire. And we are at, well, actually,
wait a minute. One clock says
should be
0.
about, should be about 1.1.
Yeah. One clock says 1.1. The other clock says goose.
It's a 20-8 game.
So since that little run that Craigmont had.
It was 10-8 at one time. It's been a 10-point unanswered run.
So you play to the horn. Now, how they're able to change the time on one clock is beyond me. But
well, we'll take 1.3 because TCA is going to get the ball. Cleek out of the game. In for her will be, Sanders is back in there. They inbound it to Mariano, or try to. Ball knocked away, and that ends your half. Well, so far so good. Looking for that first win of the year. We've got a Craigmont player down. Let's hope she's all right. It's a 20-8 game here at the break. We'll take a 2-minute break. Be back with our halftime activities, stats, and analysis. Stay with us. You're watching TCA girls basketball. Boys to follow at 2:15 this afternoon with a game time at 2:30 against the Craigmont boys. Right now, though, TCA leads at 20-8. We're back after 2 minutes on Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Stan Gerard for your local Food Right. Food Right is the home of the butcher. Food Right is proud to sell certified Angus beef. It's the very best there is. All of our beef, signature pork, and chicken products are cut and packed fresh daily by our in-store butchers. To feed your family well, Food Right, with 11 locations across West Tennessee, is where you need to go. Have a great day, everyone, and much more importantly, God bless.
Diamond Dave, for the first time all season long, the Lady Lions of Trinity Christian Academy have led at the end of one. For the first time all season long, they lead at the half. It's 20-8. TCA, a low-scoring game, but when you're 0-10, anytime you're leading at the half is a good thing.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They played well. The defense has been just outstanding.
Yep.
Still a little problem with shooting the basketball, but warmed up there a little bit. Hadrago has not been cold at all. She has 4 threes in the game. Stan, you've got the individual stats.
Taking a look at the team stats first. 8 field goals for TCA, 4 from the long-range variety. Not a free throw attempted in this game. 8-2 at the quarter, 28 at the half. It is Mary Grace Cleek at the 25-second mark of the second quarter. Made her first bucket. Actually, the 25.2-second mark. Gets her first points as a varsity player. And trust me, there will be many more over the next 5 years out of that young lady. 6 points for Tori Robinson on 3 field goals. 12 for Riley Hidrogo on 4 3 bombs. for TCA. Riley with 12, averaging 5 points a ball game. Already with 12. Let's hope that hot shooting streak keeps alive. For Craigmont, Solomon, one of their post players inside, has 1 bucket for 2. Number 11, Zoli Demishma has a bucket, and Jayla Wilson has a couple of buckets for 2. Not one free throw attempted in this game by either ball club.
We've got a happy grandmother watching. Charlotte Morris tells us that Mary Grace Cleek is her granddaughter. So met Ashley earlier today. Of course, I've known Ashley a little bit, but Charlotte, we're very proud of you and of her. So it's a varsity debut today with that first bucket. By the way, only Nikki Castles would get this inside story, but I rode down here with you, obviously, as we always do, but I had the secret weapon today. I washed them last night when I got home, 39-point win. Put them back on today. It's the Nikki Castles calls these right here the Lucky Socks. I wore them at Sacred Heart a couple years ago when TCA pulled off a big stunner out there.
Did you, when John Daly had some of his pants altered, did you use the extra material and make them into socks?
Just like his pants, no doubt about it. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 different colors of those socks. So let's take a break. Probably need to do it at this point in time. 5:20 left, 20 to 8. We're discussing TCA Lady Lion basketball right now with a big lead here at the break. See if we can sustain that and get that first elusive win back after this 2-minute message. From the Elmore Park facility, a really nice gym here with a middle school. And this is the Holiday Hoop Fest, Memphis Bartlett style anyway, back after this 2-minute message on the TCA Basketball Network.
Is Old Frosty on its last legs? Don't wait until it's old and cold. Give your home and family the gift of comfort. A new York HVAC system with a free 10-year parts and labor warranty from McCoy's Heating and Air. Get the security and savings of a 10-year parts and labor warranty free with the purchase of qualifying systems. So you and your whole family can celebrate in comfort with the gift that keeps on giving. A new York HVAC system delivered by Santa and his merry team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air.
For the past 22 years, Tennessee Tractor has been committed to you, our customers. That's why our locally owned business delivers great John Deere products with great service at a great price. From the backyard to the back 40, whatever size project your family's got, you can rely on us to help you get it done. From our friendly staff to our reliable equipment and our quality service, Tennessee Tractor has one goal: to keep you and your family up and running. Hometown value, hometown service. That's Tennessee Tractor.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory. Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle. And at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Diamond? But I wanted a pickle. Back, like we said earlier, the things you don't hear on a broadcast can sometimes be more interesting than the broadcast itself. Alongside Diamond Dave McCulley, I am Stan Gerard, and TCA leading 20-8 at the half. First time TCA has led at a quarter break. First time they've led at a half this year. And TCA out to the big lead. Have played good defense the entire game, I think, in this contest. Craigmont doing a good job with their defense down low, actually. TCA doing a good job with their outside game. But Craigmont really collapsing down low with their defense. It's making it hard to get anything kissing off the glass from inside.
They're not going to let Mallory Arnold beat them, and what that's done, it's opened up Riley Hadrago on these wings. Riley on that left wing, that's where she hit most of her shots.
Yep.
And she has 12 with 4 3-pointers, 6 by Robertson. You gave the stats a moment ago, and the bucket by Mary Grace Cleek, her varsity first bucket as a varsity player. And Stan, that adds up to 20 points. But I think for us to hold on and win this thing, obviously you want those guys to keep scoring, but you like to have a couple other guys in the scoring column. And if that happens, TCA will win the game going away, I think.
Got to get some more folks in the scoring column. I think that will happen. They're Craigmont playing an aggressive style of defense, and that has always tended to bother TCA a little bit. When you play an overly aggressive defensive style that challenges you a little bit, they've got 4 or 5 blocks in the ball game. They've made some steals. They're a fairly quick team, and that all combined, it's not a very good shooting ball club at all.
We haven't talked about it.
But they play good D.
Yeah, excuse me. We haven't talked about it that much, but you mentioned a moment ago on the foul that our fans thought wasn't called. Look down to my left. We've got quite a few fans here today. Two or three dozen.
It's a nice crowd. I was telling Jay earlier when you were down stringing some cable. You had a good crowd for their first game from Jackson. They're going to keep inviting Madison County schools to this tournament because we're the ones bringing the crowd.
Well, for example, earlier Kirby didn't have, Sacred Heart had a pretty good crowd. Let's give them their dues. But Kirby didn't have 10 fans here, I bet.
If that many.
And they're right here in town. Well, Craigmont will have the ball as we begin play here. It's a double dip. TCA versus Craigmont. Both girls this morning and guys this afternoon. Anna Sanders picks off that pass. Hadrago front court. Riley pulls up, didn't have the numbers. Wise decision. Hadrago left wing. Over there in front of Matt Coben. Now she throws it away. Over and back. And the ball goes back over to Craigmont.
When you're in trouble, you've got to rotate over and give some help.
Yep, so it will be Craigmont's ball on their own baselines. That's where the ball went out of bounds. And then to bound it down to my left will be Solomon. It's Solomon. Wilson's back out there. Heron, Rooks, Lilligal, and Hines for Craigmont. For TCA, it's Sanders, Hadrago in the 2-3 zone. They're out front. Back end of it will be Payne, Mallory Arnold, and Robertson. Here's a shot up. Wow, shot. No good. That's got to be a walk. No call. And we got a jump ball. Stan, she was shuffling feet and legs all around and arms everywhere there.
Rolling around and big wheels keep on rolling.
I don't want you to describe anymore. Here is Robertson inbound.
It reminded me years ago of a Lake County football player who got tackled at the 3 and then rolled in the end zone, and they gave him the 2-point conversion. True story.
Bad pass. Sanders threw that one away. Stan, we've got to protect the basketball better to protect this lead.
Yeah, that's
not being critical. That's just being factual, folks.
We've not made the best passes at time tonight.
Debbie Henderson's got one of the great messages of the year. She says, I'm always proud of Riley no matter what, but today she's got me yelling and I've scared my dog and my parrot. Keep up the great work, ladies. Does a parrot talk? What's the parrot's name, Debbie? Send us that. Here's working with it. Right wing. I love parrots.
Will it wear a headset?
Not parents, but parrot. Here is the shot. And can it do color?
I was saying
or play-by-play.
Yeah. When I was in the 8th grade, I was in the school spelling bee. My first word was parrot.
That's just a couple of years ago.
And you know how to spell it? Parrot. P-A-R-I-T. Parrot.
Ebony Pugh says we're watching, and Ava Engel says go Mary Grace. Congrats on her first points. Shot Hadrago in and out. Tough break. Beautiful shot. Coming out of there with it. It's going to be Craigmont. Wayne and Peggy Parker are always faithful to watching. Charlotte again says go TCA. 28, that's where we were at halftime. We played a minute and a half of this third stanza.
Remember, we got off to a slow start scoring in the first quarter of the game as well.
You feel like we're just a few buckets blowing this thing open, though. Here's a shot up and no good. Rebound, and boy had a wide open shot, and Heron didn't even look at the bucket. They go back out here to the big guy. That's where you want her handling it out there, not let her in the paint. TCA doing a really good job. Tori Robinson almost backtracked and got that thing out of her hand.
Just took that loop a little too loosely.
They go this time to the big gal. She puts it up, short-armed it, no. Rebound, Solomon back up, got it.
Tell you what, for a 3-16,
yeah.
I like their big people. I mean,
Yeah.
with a little coach them up a little bit, their two bigs could be quite effective.
Robertson, 15-footer, shot at 16. Ball out of bounds, touched last by.
Oh, I think we got a break.
I think Riley touched that last. Got a break. Mary Grace is back in the game. She's going to replace Annie Payne.
Now, that's one thing I like to see is, and I've told Riley this, I'd like to see her get down low more and work on getting some boards.
Absolutely. She's capable of doing that. 20-10. TCA by 10 with 5:37 in the third. Inbounds pass. Cleek has it. Cleek, good decision. Gets it out to Arnold. Sanders with it. They're right in Anna's face. Knocked it away. Riley comes up with it. An open space. Has it near midcourt. Arago's fouled about 3 times. And finally they call the fourth one.
There's pancake bakers, man. I don't know the rest of it.
I have to call this one.
I mean, about the fourth one was, I may have to blow my whistle today.
Yep. 20-10. Fisher's done a good job, though. TCA by 10.
Riley just about knocked that defender down.
Yep.
Just
Now the
get
ball
off
knocked
of
away,
me.
and Big Wilson comes up with it. She's fouled a couple of times. TCA gets away. Robertson's mug, no call. Wow, here's a walk. Did not get away with it. The bucket went in a second later, but she walked.
She heard footsteps.
Coach, I think, thought she was fouled. She's copping up the official, but she was fouled. There was about 10 fouls called in that sequence, 5 and 5, and they didn't call a one until the walk.
Oh, mercy.
20-10. I promise you, we're not jazzing up or homing it up. That's just Riley Hidalgo, coast to coast, blocked by Wilson.
How many blocks does this team have? 6, 7?
6 or 7 at least.
I mean,
you hit it on the head a moment ago, and I'm not picking on their little people, but their guard play is really suspect.
Yeah.
If they had a good guard, they'd really be dangerous.
One
that could really handle the ball and distribute.
I'd like to have about 3 or 4 number 1 on my team.
Absolutely. Solomon going out. She's not bad either. Robertson gets it in. Wide open. Cleek. Layup, yes!
Wide open on the inbounds play. They forgot to knock out the backside, and TCA with the easy deuce. Our first points of the half.
And Tori Robertson, the sophomore, just burned him on the pass, and a nice break by Cleek. 22-10.
And with every shot and every bucket, she's going to get more and more comfortable.
Oh, no doubt about it. Here's the ball knocked away. Sanders has it. Now it's still loose. Wilson comes up with it. Wilson, tough pass, but little guy goes and gets it. That's Hines. 22-10. Wilson puts it on the floor. Coming up with it, Solomon. Working out front, long three. No good. They haven't hit a long shot yet.
No.
Sanders with a rebound. Handle the other way. Coast to coast. Sanders will take it in, lay it up, and lay it in.
Friendly roll off the front of the pig iron.
24-10, biggest lead of the game.
And Sanders' first points. And yes, folks, it is a pig iron.
Well, the Lions beginning to pull away a little bit more now. 24-10 your score. Working with it now will be Craigmont. They go in the paint. Shot, turnaround jumper, Heron, no good. Wilson back up, it rolls in. She
Wide
has 6.
open.
6 of their 12 points, 24-12.
A nice player.
Really is.
Yeah.
She played for a lot of people. Hidalgo between the legs, out to Cleek. Cleek, long jumper, partially blocked. Coming up with it will be Craigmont. Ball knocked away, and they get Hidalgo on the foul.
Hidalgo's going to pick up her first personal foul of the game.
Taylor Ann is sending us messages. Debbie says she has 2 parrots. One is Monique, and the one is Butterbean. Both are girls, and they talk their heads off. Butterbean and Monique. I like that.
You may have to find your old ride home.
Jay's here. Right
no,
home with
I'll
Jay.
wait till Jay leaves.
Jay would never leave me in Mid-Bartlett, believe me. 24-12. I like that. Butterbean and Monique.
You can just go, hey, I'm from Arlington.
Yeah. Which is just down the road here. 24-12, 3:14.
And they're going to look at you and go, you know what we do, people from Arlington?
I grew up, there's about 2,000 people in Arlington. Now there's about 22,000 or more.
Nice defense. Tori Robinson getting in the passing lane, knocking that ball out of bounds.
3:06 You and I didn't even talk about going by Slingshot Charlie's. Probably good that we didn't because they're closed until January the 2nd. I saw it on Facebook. Laney Williams, you're back in there. Look at Laney.
And I'm afraid to try Bozos again.
Yeah, Laney with it. I saw they were open the other day. Somebody put it on Facebook. They went down and enjoyed it.
Well, they said they were open when I went down there too, and they weren't.
They were closed. Back in and a proper call. Wilson backed in and used her rear side to just knock someone and barrel them over. Proper call.
Yeah. Still, I mean, that's what a big gal is supposed to do, use that size and use that physicality. Are you going to get busted for it every once in a while? Yeah.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. 24-12. They come with token pressure in the backcourt. Riley, no problems. Front court bad pass, though, and knocked away. Wilson got a hand on it. Coming out of there with his Hines. Bodies all over the floor. And it's rugged and physical. Boy, Hydrago took one in the schnauzer that time. Working with it now will be Wilson. Down low, up, no good.
Littlest girl on the floor gets the backside board.
Front court. Here's Hydrago with it. Cleat thought about it. Little Laney with it. Williams will drive in, out to Cleat. Cleat put on the floor, ball knocked away, touched last by Craigmont. Well, getting pretty rugged. I'll tell you how rugged it's getting. Riley's mom has moved down to the front row. She's getting close to the action.
Their controller.
Filling love up. Here's Sanders to inbound it. Sanders looks, gets it into Cleat. Cleat up. Yes! Great pass, Anna Sanders.
That's the second time in a row they've run that same inbounds play. And Cleat now with 6 points in the ball game.
Patrick Bunch is watching. Taylor and Ashley Porter. Appreciate all the folks who's tuned in today. We got a lot of folks watching today. A three, no. They're still forever out there on the three-point variety. It's a 26-12 TCA lead.
Diamond, if it's not within 5 feet, they haven't made it.
No, they sure haven't. And even some 5-footers have been tough for them, and I'm not picking on them. Craigmont really out of sync. A, I think just on their own accord, but B, I'd like to think, too, that TCA's defense has had a lot to do with that as well. Cleek out of the game. And in for her will be Maui Arnold back in the game.
TCA's defense, the defense on both sides has been fairly good.
Really has been good. And, Craigmont's really played. I echo your sentiments on Craigmont, too. Annie Payne drives, and tough pass, threw it away. And let's see if it's touched. No, I thought we might get a break and be touched by Craigmont, but it wasn't.
Our friends from Dyer County getting set up as they're going to have the next ball game. They've still got to be reeling from that.
I think
39-point effort.
They were stunned like everybody else in this gym was yesterday. Not that TCA beat them, but 39 points over a AAA team that was undefeated. That's a walk, and they got away with it. Here's a little floater on the right baseline, no good. That put it by Little Rooks. That ball goes out of bounds, touched last by TCA.
You can use the term rented mule with that, and that's basically what happened.
26-12. Now Monique and Butterbean are going, what is a rented mule? 124. Believe me, Buttermilk and Monique are going to be part of my broadcast. Here's a pass inbound, and now T-Shea fell asleep a little bit that time as they inbounded it, and Herring gets the bucket right off the glass. Not over, 26-14. We still got a minute 10 left in the third stanza. Got to play well here to keep this lead. Laney Williams with it. Like to see Laney take that outside shot. Sanders drives in. Williams and Cleat both have been able to fit in this lineup really well. And timeout. Matt Coble and Jana Kaler calls that timeout. Timeout on the court, a minute 3 left in the third. TCA leads at 26-14. Today could be the day we break open and with that first win back up to this 30 on Worthy Road Studios in the BallGame Blitz.
Waterwell Solutions, LLC offers experienced and diversified services throughout the greater Tennessee area. Waterwell Solutions specializes in water well drilling operations. They're experienced in the design, construction, and maintenance of wells from 4 to 16 inches in diameter and depths up to 1,000 feet. Waterwell Solutions has 3 locations in Summerville, Brownsville, and Trenton. For a consultation, give them a call at 731-779-1275.
26-14 with 63 seconds to go in our third quarter of play. TCA with the basketball.
Sanders has it from Robertson. Anna, boy, she's pushed, no call. Ball knocked out of bounds, touched last by Craigmont. I'm not homing it up, but I promise you that time, Desma took her right hand and just shoved Sanders in the back.
Well, they're obviously not getting paid by the whistle.
Payne and Williams out of the game. So it's Hadrago back in. Arnold's in there. She has it. Puts it up. No, it rolled off. Tough break. Ball out of bounds. Touched last by what?
Yeah,
they fell asleep that time.
We just ran a different version of that same play.
Sure did.
Run it again.
They fell asleep that time, and all they had to do was get the ball, and Wilson just let it go out of bounds. I think she thought it was all TCA. Cleek left baseline jumper. Yes!
Mary Grace Cleek proving that she belongs.
6 in the quarter, 8 in the game. She didn't hesitate. I love that.
And getting more confident with each shot.
28-14. Pass down low to Wilson, too high, went off her hands.
Who made the knockout there?
Arnold did, didn't she?
No, that was Cleek that made the knockout.
28-14.
More confident with every trip up and down the floor.
Riley back in the game. Here's Robertson with it. Cleek again, left wing three. Rebound to Robertson, knocked that ball away, back out to Cleek. Good pass out to the open. Hadrago three, back rim no. And the rebound is controlled by Craigmont. The Chiefs out of Craigmont High here in Memphis. We play in Bartlett. Wilson barrels right through the lane, and we got a blocking foul. I think they're going to get Mallory Arnold.
Yeah, you actually got to step right in front of them.
She was sideways, wasn't she? Yep.
You got to take it full force.
That's a proper call. I'd like to say it wasn't, but it was. And Wilson the line. Yeah, you put Wilson on a lot of team stands, she becomes a really dangerous player.
I mean,
Wilson to the line, shoot two. Front rim, no. That's their first free throw.
This is the first free throw of this game.
And with a guy like Wilson in there, Stan, that's really, I don't want to use the word inexcusable, but it is alarming that you got a big guy like that, and you haven't gone to her enough to get her to the line. Gets one of two. And I'm not trying to be critical and pick on someone, but that's just the facts of basketball.
She's got the skill to do it.
Yep.
And as a coach, you've got to be able to recognize that.
Cleek out of the game. Robertson with it with 4, with 3. Right baseline jumper. Get in there. It did not. And we're at the end of 3. Well, TCA led 20-8 at halftime. And now they lead 20, what does that stand, 28-16?
28-15.
28-15. Hard to read that board. 28-15. We'll be back after this 1-minute message for the final 8. Can the Lions hold on? We'll find out after this 60 on Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future. Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spot even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Diamond Dave McCauley as we go in the fourth quarter, leading 28-15. First time we've led 3 quarters in a row since sometime last year, but the 8th graders have made not one turnover between them today.
Yeah, they've really
in their debut
made a difference, no doubt about it. We have Jerry Davis. Hello, Jerry, my good friend. Merry Christmas, bud. Sheena Keltner, Melissa Elder Helton. Gary McCann's watching, longtime basketball guru. Charlotte Morris still with us. Melissa Helton, Jensen Vincent, our lovely buddy, and Judy Cleek. They're all saying, way to go, Lady Lions. Wilson turns, fires, no. Back up on the stick back, no good. And we're going to have Desmond the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Cleek's going to pick up the foul.
It's Cleek, Robertson, Hadrago, Payne, and Sanders trying to close this thing out. Not over yet. 28-15 your score. The clock arrested. They can dig into the lead. Or their deficit, our lead, no good. Draw again. Only their 3rd free throw. Stan, I'm looking back at our free throws.
We have not shot
one, not one today. Unusual. This one is up. It is there. So it's 28-16, and Stan, not over yet. Back court, Robertson. Front court. Jump past Cleek, left wing. Cleek. Basketball savvy. She didn't panic with that double team coming at her. Finds Payne open. Payne puts it up, blocked by Wilson, just takes it out of midair.
I mean, a big league play by the gal.
That's a good no call, too. She just went right up and got it.
That was still a nice pass by Cleek, though. Strong pass,
It was a great
too.
pass. Out front,
Just palmed
Hines
the ball
turned
there.
it over, didn't get called for it. looking for help. Still looking. The timeout
No,
by Craigmont.
5-second call.
No, they called the
Oh,
timeout.
you're
She got
kidding.
the timeout right before the 5 seconds. Let's take a 30. Lions trying to hang on. 7:06 to do that. 28-16 they lead back after this 30 on Worthy Road Studios.
Save thousands on a new Nissan at Carlock Nissan.
You should already be here.
Special interest rates as low as 0%.
You should already be here.
We have cars, trucks, SUVs, and the all-new electric Nissan Aria.
You should already be here.
We even have no payments for 90 days.
You should already be here.
Save thousands on a new Nissan at Carlock Nissan.
You should. You know what? I'm not going to say it.
Carlock Nissan of Jackson.
Welcome back, everybody. Jay Cashin, our producer director. Daniel Cashin, our cameraman. I'm Diamond Dave McCulley, along with Stan Gerard. You know, Stan, of all the folks that listen to us, we got to say hello to Ralphie because he's going to be upset. We gave Monique and Butterbean all that attention.
Ralphie's such a good boy. Yes, he is.
Stan, can we hang on? 7:06 left, up by 12.
You know the old song from the 60s? Hang on, Sloopy, Sloopy, hang on.
I remember it well. It gives our ages away, doesn't it? Well, Lady Lions will send out Sanders, Robertson, Payne, Cleek, and Riley Hidalgo.
You know, I always thought when I was younger it was hang on, Snoopy.
I did too. Working with it. Just a few years ago, you and I had those young days. Rooks with it out front. TCA in the 2-1-2 zone.
Nice pick.
Hidalgo, yes, came out of there with it. Front court, Sanders. Sanders, 3 on its way. No. Rebound, Big Wilson just didn't even leave the floor. Just went up and got it.
Did you say, clear on, I got this.
She didn't even, her feet never lost the floor. Dribbles in. You can tell she's a competitor. Bad pass.
Yeah.
But they get Rooks with it. The little freshman, the 3, back rim, no. Battle for rebound and coming up with it, Hines. She shoves it back up and in.
Little baby hook for her first points of the night.
It's 28-18. You don't want to get it down to single digits here. Let them think they can get back in it. Hidalgo backcourt. Sanders with it.
And Diamond.
Anna's really handled the ball a lot in this quarter.
You know, Craigmont's actually got more girls in the scoring column than TCA does.
They do. We got a couple, 2 or 3, though, with a lot of points. Here's one of them with Cleek with 8. Robertson out to Payne. Hidalgo, 4 threes. Can it be 5? Yes!
Well, you know why she hadn't made another one? She was out of her spot. She was back in her spot.
In the game, yeah, and just she got a beautiful shot. 31-18, that's the biggest shot of the game thus far. Wilson with it, gets the screen out front.
Nice pass.
They go underneath to Hines, back to Wilson. Wilson in the paint, shoves it up, missed it. Rebound control by TCA. Stan, they have missed a ton of shots in the paint, haven't they?
Number one, a little bit of coaching. That girl could be a player.
She'd be great. Cleek with it. Cleek fakes. She's fouled, no call. Ball out of bounds. Touched last by Wilson.
I mean, I'm over-exaggerating, but that young lady has a ton of upside potential. Don't know what year she is. For some college program, you know, she'll be a project player.
Payne open 2 up. No, Cleek may have got away over the back foul that time, but we'll take the break. You're right, 31-18. You're right. Handles the ball pretty well for a big gal. The problem is when she gets in the paint, there's a bunch of people down there with her, and the little Gnats go get it. Here's the pass. Good play by Annie Payne. Knocked that ball out of bounds.
So I was just going to say, speaking of the Gnats, we come right in there.
No doubt about it.
A little warmer today, so they might be a little tough over the Christmas season.
Yep, we took a wrong way out yesterday. Saw the big mansion over here, 509. Really nice neighborhood. This is a good area of town here, Bartlett.
Yep.
Out front. Beautiful homes, Hines. Some yards were immaculate, some were not. Here's Cleek with a steal. She read that pass beautifully. The 8th grader in the front court. The 8th grader moves in, puts it out with the left hand. Yes! What a shot by Cleek.
Was that right, Dave?
You're exactly right.
Say that again.
You're exactly right. Man, oh man, with a left hand that time.
I just want to make sure everybody heard that.
33-18. I'm really impressed with her and Williams both. Wilson down low. Wilson missed a wide open bunny. Robertson, they go over her head and put her in a headlock. We got a jump ball.
Oh, don't tell me they called that.
Oh, they called a foul. I thought.
Well, 32 is carrying Torrey like Torrey was a golf bag.
33-18. Here's Williams back in the game. Little guy's going to get Robertson.
Torrey goes, I carry a golf bag. I don't play one.
You see what Williams did that time? A little 8th grader comes in. She's giving directions. I love that.
I told you they play with confidence.
33-18, 4:32. Williams goes and gets it at midcourt. Found the open space. O'Reilly with it. Odrago. Out to Cleek. To Sanders. Open. Didn't take it. 4:30 left in the game. TCA trying to win their first game of the year. It looks really good right now. Here's the pass to Cleek. Cleek, bad pass. Tried to go inside to Arnold that time. I'd like to see Ashley or Mary Grace just turn around and shoot that little 12-footer. Wilson front court.
That's the first try. That's the first missed play of the game by either 8th graders. So you gotta be pleased with their effort and skill level.
I agree. Here's a
partially blocked.
Solomon tried to go inside. Ball knocked away. Odrago with it. Odrago. Good
nice
pass to Williams. And down it's loose, still loose. Riley saves it. Good pass or good play. And now timeout. Timeout, Matt Coble. A little out of sync that time. He calls the timeout. The bench comes up, and they're happy. We're happy as well. 33-18, 3:43 in the game. Lady Lions closing in on that first win of the year back after this 30 on Worthy Road Studios in the BallGame Blitz.
Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should be more than just a place to store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest checking account pays you interest, but also includes identity theft monitoring, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Start a financial conversation with us today by visiting our website, foundationbank.org, or call us on the number on your screen. In the meantime, God bless you. Foundation Bank is a division of McKinsey Banking Company, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Alongside Diamond Dave McCulley, I'm Stan Gerard. TCA leads 33-18 with Diamond. We don't get to say this on. We haven't seen a ball game yet this year, but the father of the Golden Girls, Scott Golden, checking in, and we continue to pray for his lovely wife as she goes through her struggles and recovery. But
you stole my thunder.
Scotty Golden
Great
checking
people.
in.
Great people, and of all the players at TCA through the years, I've had a lot of favorites, but in that top 5, you got to put the Golden Girl, no doubt.
Her and Joe North had a few battles.
She used to tell Joe North, or try to tell him what to do. Joe wouldn't have anything to do with it. Great people.
And Joe just said, I can't do nothing with her.
Yep.
I can't do nothing with her.
So he retired. I'm just kidding.
So he
retired. I'm just kidding. Here's Tori Robinson. Golden Girl is one of my favorites. Here's a drive in the paint. Tori up. No. Battle for rebound loose. And Craigmont has it in the front court.
And look who hustled back on defense first to get her position.
Yep.
Williams.
Williams back there. I like her style. You can tell she's moving those feet around. Little bitty gal, but she's.
And notice where her eyes are looking at the hip.
They set a pick on her, but she went right around it. Here's over the back.
Yeah,
no call on Solomon that time. Now loose. Cleat ties up Solomon.
But you look at Lainey Williams playing defense, and part of it maybe because she is a little undersized right now, but her eyes and her hair always look at the opposite player's hips because, where the hips go, the body must follow.
Really proud of these kids. Larry Bell, Scott Golden, Scott Davis, Melissa Helton, Charlotte Morris. We have Scott's actually watching up in Salem, Illinois. That's where Abe Lincoln was from, wasn't it?
No.
He's from everywhere.
He was from Kentucky originally.
Well, they had him. Every town says that's his home place. Here is Laney. Laney in the paint, puts it up. Get in there. No, it came out, but she's fouling. She'll shoot too. Look at Rod Parker on the bench over there. Rod was at 2:44.
Clock is still running again.
And they need to stop the clock. 2:40. We want to savor this win. And if you've watched these kids the way we have all year, the effort that they've given, you have to know our emotions are really pulling for them. Laney up. Yes! Her first point as a varsity player. So we'll mark that one down as well.
That point coming at
2:41 to the fourth.
2:41.
What was Mary Grace's first bucket in the second?
25.2 seconds to the second.
Okay, we got it. Next one up, no good. That's okay, Laney. You'll hit your share of them down the road. And they'll never be able to read my stat sheet. We're going to give them yours. I'm going to sign it with you, though, if that's okay.
Okay.
34-18. 2:27 left here. Wilson out between the circles. Not where you really want her to be, I would think. Now she moves in right elbow. Can't come up with it. They go down to the big gal. Solomon. They're running Williams, the center at the point. She just hasn't been able to get anything in the front. That was a walk, and they got away with it. Here's Wilson. Wilson will barrel her way in, bank it up and in.
Good move, used the glass, got the bucket, 6, 8, 9 points for Wilson.
Sure does. Their leading scorer, 34-20, with 1:50 all that remains in the game. Robertson is fouled. They get the call.
You know, I continue to say, just, you know, obviously our 8th graders are impressing, but still impressed with the overall play of Wilson for Craigmont.
Hidalgo's really had a great game. Sanders has handled the ball a lot today and done a good job. Everyone's played well. Payne, all of them have made contributions.
Between the 8th graders, only 1 turnover between them.
Yeah.
That's big.
Here's Hidalgo with it. 1:40. Riley drives in. Laney had the shot, didn't take it. Yep. Out to Hidalgo. Step back 3. Got it.
Oh, my. From that exact spot on the floor, she has not missed.
How about
today.
18?
That's 6 of those from almost the exact spot on the floor.
18 of the game. Her Riley Hidalgo. Her mom and dad like it down to my left. Mom's excited. Dad pretty stoic. 33-20.
That's a travel.
A couple of travels. What do they call?
Jump ball. Oh, my. Oh, you've got to be kidding.
What's that score, Stan? I can't read that board again.
It is 37-20.
37-20. I thought that was.
There's a scoreboard there, too.
Yeah. Just hard to read. Not as hard as Gibson County's.
No. This is crystal clear.
37-20. They have a reserve in the game, then being Craigmont. They have Douglas in the game, another one of those freshmen. Douglas. Work it out here to turn around jump shot, no good. And back up, no good. Heron missed them both. Ball out of bounds. Hits the Elmore Park padding behind the bucket there. 55 seconds left in the game.
Home of the Eagles.
37-20. Out of the game, Tori Robertson. Good hand from the crowd down to our left. And inbound it. They look. The Chiefs get it in. Hidalgo almost had to steal. Now here's a bad pass. Hidalgo forced that. It's going to be over and back. Proper call. Sanders picks it up back there. It's going to be TCA's ball with 47.8 seconds left. And the Lions lead by 17. I think you can put it in the win column, folks.
Love to see Lenny get a bucket.
Yeah, she got a free throw. They're both in the scoring column, but you're right. I'd like to see her get a deuce here.
You know, that's always big. You'll always remember your first, point as a varsity player. Football, basketball, whatever, tackle. Like I remember my first tackle because I didn't score any points, but your points, tackles, you always remember the very first ones.
Absolutely. Melissa Swinger says, go Cats. In this case, go Lions. Working with it now will be little gal. That's way out there in front. Now they go to the freshman. The other freshman, Sanders, goes into Douglas this time. Douglas is foul. She'll shoot 2 free throws.
And they call that one, for those of you like Freddie Garrett, who always scores at home on Arnold.
And Freddie, you need counseling. 37-20, 26.3. Big day for Riley Hidalgo with 18. The debut of the 8th graders. Everyone's played well today. Sanders really only scored 2 points, but she's been a key ball handler today. Tori Robertson, steady as always. So you name every single one of these kids, and congratulations on the first one of the year. Free throw up, good.
By Douglas.
Douglas gets 1 of 2. And Williams gets it into Cleet. Cleet backcourt. Good pass, diagonal pass to Williams. Williams front court, knocked it down and went and got it. Hidalgo with it. Hidalgo will drive in. Hidalgo puts it up, short-armed it, no, and the rebound is controlled by the folks, the kids, the Chiefs, the Lady Chiefs in this case.
And Mary Grace digging in there, forced the jump ball call.
I'll tell you how smart you and I are, Stan. We were wondering what you call, if it's the Chiefs or the guys, what do you call the gals team? It's on their jerseys. It says Lady Chiefs with 9 seconds left. Here's a pass, inbounds pass, Cleek again, good. She's in double digits.
Wow.
She has 12. She's already in double digits, Diamond A. She has 12 now. 33. We'll make it 39-21. The Lions win it. Congratulations to Coach Coble, Coach Hot Rod Parker, Coach Kaler, And congratulations to the Lady Lions as they win it, and they win it 39-21. We'll take a 2-minute break. Be back with more in the post-game analysis and more right after this 2-minute message on Grace Broadcasting's, on, I don't know why I've got Grace Broadcasting
you're
on my mind.
$200 now.
Well, Lacey said he might hire me. 39-21 the final on Worthy Road Studios in the BallGame Blitz. How about this win for the Lady Lions? Congratulations, gals. Back after this 2-minute message.
You would
Hello, folks. This is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ask you this question. We got to come up with an MVP. Mary Grace Cleek, fresh up from the minor leagues with the middle school team, in her varsity debut, has 6 buckets for 12 points. O'Reilly Hidrago, 6 threes for 18 points.
Well, if you ask me who the most valuable player of the game is, you got to give it to Hidrago, I think, because she had 18 in those 6 threes, and she really gunned us to the lead in the first half, and she gunned us to the victory, I think, in the second half. But we'll give it to her, the MVP. But I think your autographed score sheet has to go to Mary Grace Cleek, who made her debut today with 12. She and Laney Williams, both big parts of the game today and big parts of the win. And I think you give the second place MVP to Mary Grace Cleek, and you give her the autographed score sheet, sir.
We will do that.
How about that? That's pretty political, isn't it?
Yep. I've signed mine. Let's go with the stats from the game. Tori Robinson, 6 points on 3 field goals, all in the first half. Laney Williams in her debut goes 1 of 2 from charity for 1 point. That coming at the 2:47 mark of the fourth quarter. It was Mary Grace Cleek with 5-6 field goals for 12 points. Her first points came with 25 seconds to go in the second. And tonight's leading scorer was Riley H. 6 field goals all from long range for 18 points. TCA, 16 field goals, 6 from 3-point range, and they were 1 of 2 from charity, Diamond Dave.
Well, a big win, and certainly Stan Wilson had a big game for them. I have her with 9. And go over their scoring if you would, sir.
We will do that. It was Wilson with 9, as you said, on 4 field goals, 1 of 2. Hines had 2. Heron had 3 on 1 field goal, 1 of 2. Also scoring was Demizma. Solomon had a bucket in each half for 4. And Douglas off the bench with a couple of free throws.
All right.
And again, 8-2 after 1, 28 at the half, 28-15. And the final score, the TCA Lady Lions get their first win of the season, 39-21 over Craigmont.
Craigmont made a couple of runs here in the third quarter, but every time, Stan, we had an answer. It was either Cleek or Hydrago, and they never got within single digits after that.
The Lady Lions' next ball game will be next Thursday, 10 a.m. at Liberty High School, as TCA will take on JCM. It's the Cougars and the Lady Lions, and you'll watch that game. We'll have a 9:45 breakfast with Diamond and Stan show for you. TCA and JCM a week from today, actually. A week from today.
Sure will be. That's going to wrap it up for us for this first game. We'll take a little respite, and we have Dyer County and Madison boys about to play. Stan, I'll be back with Jay and Daniel. We'll be back about 2:15 with the pregame, the countdown to tip-off, and the guys coming off the most impressive win we've seen them have this year, a 39-point winner with this Dyer County team. DC versus all, it says on their jerseys, or on their warm-ups out there, and Madison and Dyer County will battle here in just a few minutes. That's going to wrap it up for the gals game. The happy final again, 49-31. Lady Lions win their first game of the year. We'll take a 2-minute, actually we'll take a more than a 2-minute break. We'll take about an hour and a half break. We'll come back. And congratulations to Coach Coble and the coaching staff and the Lady Lions. We'll come back with the guys, see if they can make it 2 in a row later today. Tip off at 2:30 against the Craigmont Chiefs. For Jay, for Daniel, for Stan Gerard, I'm Diamond Dave McCulley. Thanks for watching on the BallGame Blitz and Worthy Road Studios.